Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day, Lord. Lord, I just ask that you be with us, Lord, as they make decisions, Lord, for the county. Lord, I just ask you be with the sheriff and his department, Lord, as they have to deal with the stuff and the calls that comes into them, Lord. Lord, I ask you to be with all the fire services in the county and the city, Lord, as they dealing with the emergency situations that come into them. Lord, I ask you to be with the sick. Lord, I just lift up the principal's husband at East Union, Lord. I just ask you to comfort that family, Lord, as they're going through what they're going through, Lord. But I ask these things in your name. Amen.
Tanner, we got Tanner Newman with us. Tanner, we're pretty good people. And anyway, Tanner is going to be known and he's running for public service.
All right. Well, look, I am Tanner Newman, candidate for Public Service Commissioner here in North Mississippi. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you this morning. I'm a graduate of Morville High School, Etowah Community College, and University of North Alabama. I spent several years as a constituent liaison with the U.S. Senate, where I worked to solve problems facing our veterans and educators here in North Mississippi, and frankly fought through the bureaucratic red tape to ensure they were provided with the resources that they rightfully earned and deserved. The last several years I've spent serving the citizens of Tupelo as the Director of Development Services, where I'm overseeing the city's planning, building, and engineering divisions. We have, under the leadership of Mayor Todd Jordan, we have reformed the city's building regulatory department, making municipal services more efficient and more accessible. So back in January, when Brandon Presley announced his run for governor, my phone started ringing, and they said, "Look, I think you ought to run for Public Service Commission." Had several of our mayors and state delegation reach out for about a week, and I finally said, "All right, well, let's give this some serious consideration." And I think really at the end of the day, it all boils down to this: North Mississippi has a long history of putting aside partisan politics and working together. You look at Toyota and the Pull Alliance. It's just the way we do things. And so, as your Public Service Commissioner, here's what I'll commit to you. I will work with you. I'll work with the counties, the municipalities, the state delegation, and the federal delegation to make sure we all have the resources we need to be successful. There's a lot of our rural water associations that need some real infrastructure improvements. That's going to take funding. I've got the relationships in the state house, the state senate, and with our federal delegation to get that done. It takes leadership. I'll give you that. We've come a long way with our broadband expansion. We should all be proud of that. And I commend the current commission for their work in advocating for that expansion. When the co-ops were given the authority to offer the fiber, the municipally owned electric companies were not. And I understand why not. I mean, there's a lot of our smaller municipalities that are struggling to keep up with the services they're already offering. But those citizens that live in those municipally owned electric company areas deserve broadband as well. And so I'm encouraging and advocating partnerships between the co-ops and these municipally owned electric companies for the co-ops to provide those residents in the municipally owned electric company districts fiber as well. So look, I'm not going to stand here and talk about a bunch of national issues that have nothing to do with the Public Service Commission, and I'm not going to make you a bunch of promises that I cannot keep. But I will promise you this: as your Public Service Commissioner, I will be available, I will listen, and I will lead. And so on August 8th, I ask you to vote in the Republican primary, Tanner Newman, for Public Service Commission. There's no Democrat on the ballot, so whoever wins the Republican primary, they'll be your next commissioner. And I hope that is me. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
My number's on my card here. Before I leave, I'll make sure you all give them. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. So, we're motion to approve.
Motion by Randy,
Second.
second by Steve, all in favor. Motion carries. Approval of renewing school resource officer agreement with the county schools.
Yeah, there's no changes.
Nothing changed. Okay. We need a motion. Motion by CJ, second by Sam, all in favor. Motion carries. approval of inventory deletion of the Board of Supervisors old phone. Is that you, CJ?
Yeah, well,
I'll make a motion on that.
Motion by CJ,
I'll second.
second by Randy, all in favor? Motion carries.
Hayden, I'll probably do grant funding. Get it in the water. Or two of it, like if you want. So they approve. You take that phone.
Appreciate it.
Alright, missing next, needs approval for the county budget comparison report for May 2023.
It looks good.
I'll second.
Everything looks good. Steve made the motion. Randy seconded. All in favor? Motion carries. Circuit Clerk, we need approval of full-time employment for Joyce Coltharp as Deputy Clerk, effective June 26, 2023. CJ with a motion. Second for Sam. All in favor? Motion carries. I need approval of Circuit Clerk payment as for services as a registrar. Motion by Steve.
Second.
Second by Randy. All in favor? Motion carries. Approval of election commissioner payment. Motion by Sam. Second by Steve. All in favor? Motion carries. The coroner needs us to approve her medical fees, 8 of them.
It's a lot easier.
And you ain't got to keep those in order.
Exactly. Well, it's hard, but it's very possible. She was a. What's his name?
Get them apart.
Alright, did you read all of them?
Motion approved.
Motion by Randy,
Second.
second by Steve. All in favor? Motion carries. We need approval of amending the EMA budget for $86,000 provided by Homeland Security Grant Funding. This gonna be the,
I'll make a motion.
motion by CJ,
Second.
second by Randy, all in favor? Motion carries. So we got for the road department, we need a part-time employment for Isaac Treadaway, Andrew Godden, is that right, Randy? Got a motion by Sam,
Second.
second by Randy, all in favor?
We've done on both.
If y'all agree that it
Yeah.
it's fine.
Everybody's good with it.
Need approval for the sheriff for part-time employment for George Adams to come back. Effective 19th of June 2023.
There, come out here road, 3 or 4 days, across the road.
He worked for
He was full-time, he retired,
Full-time, he comes.
90 days up, worked some.
when we need.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Randy, second by CJ, all in favor, motion carries. And now he wants to delete some inventory for Apple AirPods. Motion by Sam, second by Steve, all in favor, motion carries. That was Sam, Steve.
Yeah, they know that. Like, uses
Then we got the tax assessor.
I knew some that never.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not.
She
yet.
wants to approve to reject increase of an industrial exemption based on state required update. That ain't what you're talking about.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't know that we've ever had to do this, but there are mandated changes by the state, and so that increased one of the industry, Jackson Furniture, their amount to $96,000. So y'all have to either grant them that additional $96,000 because of the mandate increase. You have to include it in the exemption they already have. It's similar to like you have homestead above 65 and you're totally exempt. But when the state makes us go back and see and your value increases, the law lets you keep your exemption. That's about the same thing with this. They've made no changes. It's only the state changes that have increased that value of $96,000. So y'all are either giving them that $96,000 and its exemption for what they already have. They've made no changes. Or you're denying it and saying, sorry, the state's made us change it, but you're still gonna have to pay it.
What do you suggest?
Well, they didn't make any changes. The state made us change it. So in my eyes, they've done nothing, so they shouldn't have to pay it. They already have that exemption. But you're exempting $96,000, so.
But they were getting it already.
Mhm.
Schools
And this
still get-
exemption, the schools will get, their real exemption is over next year, so you're really just giving them this for a year. Mhm, mhm. Because their 10-year exemption expires in 24. It's out in Myrtle.
Wait a motion to approve. Motion by Sam,
So, we would do to give them.
To tax them.
Grant, give her one there. So,
Then
you're-
in
So
order,
they
you need
had
to
to be-
approve the reject then, right?
So you're either approving, this is what your letter says. In summary, the Union County Board of Supervisors approve or deny the matter of granting additional ad valorem taxes, except school district taxes, to Jackson Furniture in the amount of $96,009.
I'll make a motion to give them,
Since there were no changes.
Yeah.
to give them the exemption.
motion by Sam to give the exemption. Second by Randy. All in favor?
Everybody needs to say that, don't it?
Staring at you. Okay.
Let me tell you something, if you ugly as me, my wife will bite you. If you ugly as me, my dog will bite you.
Okay.
So which one would you have on there?
Your wife will take it for you before they do it, I think. Yes, yes. You can keep that because I have my own that's not signed, but I have that.
Okay.
So
Okay, you ready for the next?
this is the one that's.
Approve of request of 30-day extension for submitting the Union County 2023 real property tax roll.
So statute 273581 gives y'all the right to ask the Department of Revenue for an extended time. So my letter for the Department of Revenue, dear Ms. Chisholm, please accept this letter as my formal request to grant a 30-day extension for submitting the Union County 2023 real and personal tax roll. We have to request it and then they answer back in July 1st. Y'all have to say. I don't think it'll take us the full 30 days because whatever we extend, it extends the appeals, it extends your everything, it's fast. So, but because Logan left, Sam's gone, new people, Karen and I have done all we can do. It's just taking longer and we think we can have it. It may be done by July 1st, but we have to ask early to get it approved by the Department of Revenue.
Second.
Motion by Steve. Second by Randy. All in favor? Motion carried.
And that's just, I'll send that letter to the Department of Revenue.
Approval of petition to decrease assessment and notices of increase to assessment.
There are no increases, it's just 3 petitions for reduction, and it's just these businesses closed, and we had already assessed them, and they did not tell us they were closed, and then when we go back and try to get the money, they're not there, so we have to show that they were closed. We got 3.
I'll make copies. Yeah, I make copies for me.
Yeah.
Got a motion.
Now we need a motion. Motion by Sam. Second CJ. All in favor? Motion carried. Jay? Got anything? Everybody happy? You happy?
I'm okay.
You smiling? You happy?
I'm okay.
You happy, Sharon? He said he's happy. He's the main one we happy. We need a motion to adjourn. Motion by Randy.
Second.
Second by Steve, all in favor? Motion carried.